And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, the fake news out there, and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, so much more. Over 80 show categories of expert contributors that we bring on the air to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, pull out your smartphone, save our consumer advocate hotline number in your phone. It's 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline. You can call or text that line with any questions you may have. We are going to get back to you before our head hits the pillow. Another way you can contact us is through our contact form on consumerqb.com. Just go to consumerqb.com, click on the contact form, submit the email form. It'll come directly to me and my producers. We're going to make sure that we get back to you before our head hits the pillow. And we've got some intelligent talk radio here, some intelligent folks in studio. We don't care if you're climbing that corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. We're going to help you win. Back in studio, Leo Kane. He's a project manager with Beryl Engineering. Welcome back in, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely. What are we going to talk about today?
Well, I'm very excited to be here with Chuck and Mario because our tie-ins to roofing and both lending. For roofing, we're a roof data consultant for Owens Corning, and we also help HOA, COAs, homeowner associations with their roofing issues. With regards to mortgages, we're 203K consultants, and that's the renovation loan where we come in and we do the inspection and help you renovate your house under one mortgage product as opposed to having two separate or paying out of pocket.
Nice. I like that. Love that. Love the tie-ins and love the synergy. Real estate roundtable discussion here today on the show. Chuck Peterson, Executive Director, Suncoast Roofing. Welcome back in, sir.
Good to be here, man. Appreciate having us back. Yeah, going to talk a little bit. Well, our company is, full service roofing company. We're going to, we'll get with Leo some on what he does. And of course, Mario has some stuff in there that tie in with roofing, I'm sure, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But, we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. I love to talk about those roofing warranties, the 50-year warranty, some of that stuff, the different colors. I took the brochures back, and the fiance was picking out her favorite colors.
Awesome.
I love that. So we're excited to get the build going on in Pinellas County. And also back in studio, Mario Larrea, mortgage specialist, Home First Lending. Welcome back in, sir.
Hey, good to be here again. I'm going to be going over kind of the upcoming rate environment that we should be seeing here. Another thing is there's some new mortgage products opening up. So a lot of exciting stuff with the new administration and a lot more things available. So a lot more people are going to be able to qualify. And love to talk to you guys more about the 203K. Actually, all three of us could tie in together in the same exact transaction pretty easily. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that because there's a limited supply of inventory out there in the real estate market. So if it's not the perfect, beautiful move-in ready home, these renovation loan programs will help you to open up that inventory. Maybe you want to be in a specific school district. There's a lot of things that we can talk to you about today on the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. I want to offer a free complimentary ticket to any business owners, any managers, anyone out there looking to grow their business. As you know, a lot of business is procured online, Facebook, Google. We're opening up a free opportunity for on Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30. We've got Accelerate Your Business. It's a business seminar, free business seminar at the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. And this is on Thursday, May 25th. 3 to 5:30. It's all content. It's all helping you understand remarketing on Facebook, how to making sure your website is click to call. A lot of cool things that you can do online now. And then also at 6 o'clock, we're taking it to the rooftop. We're going to have a happy hour up there. And you got awesome happy hour specials from the Hotel Zamora, the Rooftop 360 Lounge, and we're going to have a lot of fun. All of our expert contributors are going to be there, and we want you to come out as well. It's a complimentary ticket. All you have to do is submit the form at consumerqb.com. Just submit the form. We'll get you some free tickets there, and we'll make sure we help you grow your business, helping small business owners out there, medium-sized businesses, and even the consumers. So we always start off with a little personal development. Got an awesome quote here. Sticking with the football theme, we've got a quote from Vince Lombardi here, and it's talking about goal-oriented thinking, okay, versus reactionary thinking. So mental toughness is many things and rather difficult to explain. Its qualities are sacrifice, self-denial, and also, most importantly, it's combined with a perfectly disciplined will which refuses to give in. It's a state of mind. You could call it character in action. So character in action, a great quote from Vince Lombardi to start us off here on the Quarterback Show. And success is a goal and all else is commentary. That's the bottom line. If you set your goals, you write them down, making sure they're positive, they're in present tense. In other words, you wouldn't write that I'm going to quit smoking. You would write I am a non-smoker. Positive common sense and present moment, setting those goals, following through, writing those goals down in the morning, and making sure you're staying in tune with what are the vital few. We talk about Pareto's principle a lot. There's 20% of activities that are going to lead to 80% of your returns, 80% of your success. So there's your quarterback tip here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Leo Kane here, project manager, Beryl Project Engineering. So, man, a lot of good stuff happening in the real estate space.
Yeah, I'm very interested in it. Last I heard was we only have 2.2 months of inventory out there on the market. A good market has 6 months, which makes it a buyer/seller's market. But with inventory at 2.2 months, and that's the time it takes you to list your house till you get a check in your hand from Mario's title company.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very exciting times. There's a lot of quick moving transactions. Recently, the 10-day due diligence period has been shrunk down to 7, we're seeing, for the inspection due diligence period. So it's a very fast-paced and exciting market right now.
It really is. It's so competitive, the real estate space out there. There's such a limited supply of inventory. We need sellers. If you're a seller out there on the fence, we'd love to talk to you. We would do a free comparable market analysis for you as well. And yeah, that's a good point. So, and there's, when it comes to negotiations in a contract, you brought that up, is there's so much more than price. I mean, you've got to really think outside the box. You've got to be creative in order to, as a real estate agent, position your buyer to win that contract. I mean, there's a lot of things that go on in that space.
Well, that's where the 203K/home style product comes in so handy. You have a realtor who has a buyer that needs to be in a certain school district, needs to live near work, has their favorite bar they like to hang out in. You can find a distressed home. There's less people that are willing to pick that up.
Yep.
And then you can renovate it the way you want it to look, so you can build your own dream house in the process.
That's right. And it's one of those things, it's most people want it easy, ready, move in, turnkey. So this 203K program is going to allow you to go in there and make changes. You can move load-bearing walls.
Yeah, the other thing we see a lot of is usually we need a new roof and a new AC. Those are what we call quote unquote home inspection deal killers. Mm-hmm. But with the 203K/home style product, it gets worked into the loan. So the day after closing, Chuck's out there, he's giving you a brand new roof. And then the AC guy comes out within a week of that, and you have your new roof, your new AC, and you don't have to pay for it out of pocket. It's all built into the loan.
Yeah, there's so many things that you see now. Let's go ahead and bring Chuck in the conversation. We want to encourage some roundtable discussion here. Do you see that happening?
We do actually see, we do nothing like Leo would do, but we do have people call us for roof inspections because they're buying that house, and they use that as that negotiating tool with either the buyer or the seller is going to pay for that roof one way or another. But with the program that Leo's talking about, the buyer's got a lot of negotiating power with that. But we have seen that really increase in the last 2 or 3 months, the inspection, call and trying to get stuff done in a hurry.
Yeah, because now, back to the negotiation tactics,
right.
In the long-term strategy of helping you as a realtor, helping that client win that bid. A lot of times it comes into multiple offers, highest and best situations. So what you're saying there is that they're going to help you. You're going to, as a realtor, you're going to say, hey, I don't need the 15 days. Just give us 7 days to inspect this property, and then we can come back and hopefully that's going to help you win. Because if the other person's at 15 days, the seller's saying, hey, I don't want to tie my property up that long. Yeah, so that's what you see.
Yeah, true for both of us, because I'm sure they do an inspection and give them information very quickly. In our part, we do the roof estimate and what has to be done. We actually do it right there on the spot. So if they need that number to negotiate with or to go to the home loan part or anything, they have that number immediately from us.
That's
So
right.
we're quick on our side.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of ways that we can help you here with the Quarterback Show. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your finance, your business, your health, nutrition wheel. So many ways that we can help you. 80 show partners here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial wheel. Each spoke extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region of Florida that we've assembled, we've vetted. They take time out of their schedule to come in and educate, entertain, enlighten. But most importantly, we want to engage you. So how can you engage? ConsumerQB.com, 670-7372. 670-7372 is our hotline. So more from our expert contributors, Leo Kane, project engineer, Beryl Engineering. We've got Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing, Mario Larrea. He's an expert in the mortgage space, and he's going to come in and talk a little bit about some of the Federal Reserve, things happening in that space, qualification requirements, some new loan programs happening as well with Home First Lending here, mortgage specialist Mario Larrea. So we also have a cool top 10 list coming up for you as well, and we want to give a shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties, 24-hour, 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here at Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent. Also a published author and a professional speaker. We'd love for you to check out our book on Amazon. Become the MVP in your industry by surfing the radio waves. Talks about how you can start your own show, become a celebrity in your space, harness the power of the media, and also potentially start a podcast. If you don't want to go broadcast, you can actually start a podcast, and really cool, kind of the new way to be a blogger. You know, blogging was so big some time back. And now, the podcast has kind of filled that void. But we're here in studio, Intelligent Talk Radio, helping you win in any marketplace on the Consumer Quarterback Show. In the house today, Leo Cannyn, project manager at Beryl Project Engineering. Chuck Peterson here, Suncoast Roofing. Mario Larrea, he's a mortgage specialist, Home First Lending. And we want to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. So let's jump right back into this great content. Let's stick to the theme that we have. We're talking about some engineering. We talk about project engineering, and we're also talking with Chuck here with roofing. And Chuck, I like the idea too of some of these different GAF certifications, maybe defining that for our listeners, but also the warranties. I mean, that's something big. If somebody's looking to get a roof replaced, they want to make sure, because not all companies are created equal.
True. We're a GAF Master Elite company, which means that you're in the top 2% of all installers in GAF's installment group. And that's good for the consumer because GAF actually comes and takes a percentage of our jobs and inspects them with their own personal, inspection group.
Yep.
So it's not something that we say, it's something we have to we have to hit that target every year to be that.
Sure.
So we've got that. And then of course you were talking about the Golden Pledge warranty that we have as a Master Elite. It's a 50-year warranty. It's 25 years non-prorated manufacturer, labor, and materials for defects and for workmanship. So if we put the roof on wrong or if the shingles come apart, GAF covers the whole thing the first 25 years and covers the material for 50.
Love it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I love it. That's great. Because when you get into those different decisions, you talk about a complete re-roof versus just scraping the tiles off. You got to take the underlayment off in some cases.
Right. Well, everything comes off. I mean, it's just, it's the peace of mind that you get with a warranty like that, that if we did something wrong or if the shingles were defective in any kind of way, that, then they take care of it. I mean, they stand behind it. We've done warranty work for GAF. I'm sure Leo's group's probably done inspections where warranty has to be handled, and GAF stands right behind it.
Yeah. What else are you seeing, Leo, in that space?
Well, a lot of things. We're seeing a switch over from something called 30-pound felt to something called a peel and stick underlayment, and it's like a $5 to $10 upgrade per 100 square feet of roofing. But what ends up happening is you use this peel and stick underlayment. So if your shingles come flying off, you have a secondary water resistive coating on your roof that prevents it from leaking. And the real benefit is you get another 10 to 15% off your homeowner's insurance.
Yeah, I like that, because what you referred to, I think the first thing you'd mentioned was the black felt that's kind of rolled out, and this tarp, it's hit down with those, you tack it down with those roofing
buttonhead nails.
Buttonhead nails, yep.
You were right there at it, though. I see that.
Yeah, real close to it. But yeah, so now you have this peel and stick product that'll help extend the life, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's called peel and stick because what ends up happening is there's a silver layer on the bottom that they peel off, and then they just stick it right down onto the roofing deck, which creates that barrier. The other thing I really like about the peel and stick product is when they're putting the nails into the shingles, the peel and stick actually forms an adhesive bond around the nail head, so it gives you another layer. If it's just felt, you basically have a nail in the wood deck, but here you have another sealed component of the roofing.
Yeah, I like that. And when we talk about Beryl, we also think about the structural engineering. We talk about that as well. You look at some of these older homes, they've got some of them have the crawl space. I've had deals in escrow where it comes up, hey, we got to get a structural engineer in here to take a look at this. So you guys handle that type of stuff.
We do. The roof, though, is a very important component because once the roof starts failing on these old wood frame homes, and then you get the water traveling down from the eave all the way down to the foundation on the bottom, it's just causing wood rot.
Yep.
It's allowing termites to come in there. So the roof is one of the most important components of the building besides the foundation.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. And you see that, and especially in Florida, when you look at with Florida, the tropical weather we have, the humidity year round, that is a challenge. Let's go ahead and bring Mario Larrea into the conversation. Mario Larrea, mortgage specialist here with Home First Lending. And by the way, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Leo Cannyn. Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering, as well as Chuck Peterson is in the house as well, Suncoast Roofing. But Mario, yeah, a lot of things happening. It's very fluid out there right now.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I didn't realize with roofs that they had a 25-year warranty, or that could be done. I mean, well, but everything 100%
prorated, right?
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, if somebody sold the home, would that roll over?
Transfers one time. So
that's another selling a benefit too, that, like when people are going to sell their homes, I mean, 25 years, like that is the biggest thing that I see on inspections. One of the biggest ones that we have problems with is roof life.
Yeah, we actually on the inspections, when we go out there to do like we were talking about, if somebody's selling that house, we always have that Golden Pledge warranty in place for that, if it's the buyer or seller, because either one of them gets that transfer number, whoever it happens to be, and that's always a key item for either one of those parties.
The other thing too is the national average for people holding mortgages is 6 years. So if you put something like that in there, most people don't plan on moving or selling, but it happens. It's it's going to be something that'll definitely help your resale value, or you get picked over another house.
Yeah, law of averages, and that's what you see as well with those sellers that are organized. They'll have a folder that has their prior title policy. They'll get a little discount on their title insurance. They'll have all the warranties, all the different information that new buyer is going to want to have. So that's definitely a consumer tip right there in itself. Is just create one folder that has everything to do with the house, the roof, the new AC that you put in, the appliances, the security system, all those things. That's a good idea, because then it's going to help differentiate you from some of those other sellers. And, again, we mentioned it's a competitive market right now, more so on the buy side than the sell side. But, things change. The tide will change at some point. So, Mario, when we look at, the Federal Reserve, we look at the economy hitting records. We're in a bull market right now. We've been in a bull market for some time. What do you see happening? Pull out your crystal ball here.
I mean, from what they say, it's going up. Janet Yellen, the chair of the Fed, spoke last month and was saying that if we don't increase rates, that there's a good chance we're going to end up in a recession. We've lucked out the past few years, though. Past 2 years, they've tried to raise them, but then current events come up, and there's tragedies and stuff like that, and then they end up not going up. But it's going to go up this year. The president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, Eric Rosengren, spoke yesterday, and he was saying that he was urging everybody to vote towards 3 rate hikes this year. So unless something tragic happens, or something in the in the world economy or affairs happens, they're going to go up.
Yeah, we see that. We see that happening. I think it's healthy. That's something we have to do. You've got to, stimulate the economy on one hand, but at the other hand, you've got to continue to raise these rates, because they've been at record lows for so many years, and it's ultimately something that it's going to affect mortgage rates, but still we're at 4.5%, 5.5% rates, and we're not quoting certain specific APRs, so the credit police or the mortgage police can't come at us here. But that's what happens, and that's part of a healthy economy. That's what we need to get back to is a healthy economy. We've got appreciation definitely here in Florida, about 1,000 people a day moving to Florida, and the Tampa Bay, the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Palm Harbor, Bradenton, Sarasota. These are beautiful areas to live. So we've got, I think, especially when we talk a lot about national numbers here, we've got some insulation here in Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Mario.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, I was thinking about this weekend. I was out on the boat, and Tampa is such a great area to live in. I mean, it's really not that expensive comparatively, and with everything we have, the water, the beaches, the weather, I mean, it's a great market to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. Professional sports teams, the fine dining. There's so much to do. I guess, the flip side of that is, maybe we're lacking in a little bit of public transportation compared to other metros. We do definitely have great, educational systems around here as well. So all in all, you balance everything out, and you look at it when people say, okay, well, Miami's awesome, that whole East Coast. It's a much different animal over there. The cost is much higher. The traffic is horrible on that coast. And then you compare that with what we have here and what you mentioned there, the accessibility to things, the ability to jump in your car and be 10, 15 minutes away from a lot of different things. Tampa International Airport in itself is consistently voted top 5 airports as well. So definitely bullish on real estate in Tampa Bay market, and our expert contributors are poised for that growth as well. Top 10 most watched television series ever coming up here on the Quarterback Show. We got a fun top 10 for you. We're going to have our lightning round as well, and more from our expert contributors here in studio. Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering, Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing, Mario Larrea, mortgage specialist with Home First Lending. So stay with us here. Do not touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to help you win. We got an event coming up on the 25th as well down at the Hotel Zamora. Engage us if you want to grow your online presence. Free digital marketing seminar Thursday the 25th, 3 to 5:30 at the Hotel Zamora, followed by a rooftop happy hour. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show. Rhymes Media is hosting a free digital marketing and business growth event coming up on the 25th, Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30 at the gorgeous Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. Our hotel partner at 3701 Gulf Boulevard, St. Pete Beach, 3 to 5:30. It's all about you. It's all about the small business owner, the manager. We're going to help you understand more of your marketing, Facebook, digital marketing online, Google marketing, search engine optimization, making sure your websites click to call. Some of these basic things that, you look at different websites out there, they're not up to par. So we're going to help you with that. Also have a business coach going to be there, talk about the power of influence and persuasion. And then at 6 o'clock, we're taking it to the rooftop. We're going to have a happy hour at the rooftop of the 360 Lounge. beautiful views of the Gulf of Mexico. Lots of fun to be had. And this segment is brought to you by Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on St. Pete Beach. It's the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades. Beautiful hotel. Spanish ancestry meets cool Mediterranean attitude. They've got a restaurant on site, the Castile Restaurant, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got to go check it out. Rooftop yoga on the weekends. And if you're a boater like me, you can pull your boat up, dock your boat, hang out by the pool, the hot tub. There's also a bar downstairs as well by the waterfront. So it's on the Intercoastal Waterway there in beautiful Tampa Bay. So Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora. Now, we do have a QB code. REQB code gets you 15 to 20% off of your room stay. Just let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, we're back here in studio. Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering, Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing, Mario Larrea, Home First Lending, Intelligent Talk Radio. We got a real estate roundtable discussion going on here, helping you win in any marketplace. So, Mario, let's pick up where we left off there. So, climate is changing, but it's still a great time to be getting into real estate.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we're still at pre-crash lows rate-wise. So, I mean, the rates are really, really, really still low, especially if you look at the history of rates. I mean, back in the 80s, they were like 20%. So, yeah. I mean, they're next to nothing right now. But, they are going to go up. So right now is the time to get in. If you're going to purchase, if you're going to move, if you're going to sell, this is the time to do it. Because once rates go up, you're going to be able to afford a little bit less house, and obviously the housing costs are going to go up as well. One thing that I'm kind of trying to throw out there to people to start doing is maybe consider adjustable rates once that does happen. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have a lot of the bad taste in their mouth from the subprime days. These are completely different. They don't allow a lot of that stuff anymore. So, you don't have the prepayment penalties. There's caps on them. And, again, you can look at a 7-year, a 10-year ARM. You can get into a little bit more home once the rates go up. And, like I was saying, the national average is 6 years. So there's a very good chance you won't even make it to the adjustable period.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for investors, especially a short-term investor, or maybe a couple that says, hey, we're living in this Tampa Bay market now. We might want to be moving out of the state. There's a lot of different reasons why you would want to investigate and just find out more information about an adjustable rate mortgage from Home First Lending. Mario Larrea, he's the expert in that space. So, take a look at that, and the caps are there. And then, you look at this 203K loan, it provides a lot of options for homeowners that are looking to buy, but they just don't have the inventory. We don't have the inventory out there. Want to remind you as well, our hotline, 670-7372, 813-670-REQB, and that's 670-7372. So, Mario, let's make an offer here. What I want to do for the listeners out there, if you want to get pre-approved, or maybe you want to know about the pre-approval process, just reach out, shoot a text message, shoot the word mortgage to our hotline. And also, we talk about renters too. Renters are out there, they're paying record rents, they're throwing money away, paying their landlord's mortgage. And so let's offer a rent versus own analysis out there for the first 5 listeners that text in. What we're going to do is we're going to break down the monthly payment versus on a new mortgage, paying down the mortgage, building up principal, taking advantage of tax advantages, as well as, versus the rent scenario that you're in. You're paying record rents right now. So let's get those renters off the fence out there. So go ahead and text the word rent and the amount of rent that you're paying to our consumer advocate hotline. It's 813-670-7372. Text rent and the amount you're paying. And if you don't want the rent analysis, just text pre-approval or just more information to 670-7372. And then, Mario, maybe talk a little bit about, how we'll follow up with them.
Well, it's as soon as I get however they want to be contacted, if it's by email, by phone, typically phone's going to be the easiest, just because we're dealing with people, so there's a lot of different variables. So with mortgages, there's not really anything that's like a real straight answer across the board for everybody. Everybody's situation's a little bit different. So, 5-10 minutes on the phone with me up front, I can get a good idea of what you'd be able to do a little bit of research for you, put some numbers together. Or if you're not quite in a position right now to obtain a mortgage, I can give you a game plan and, some things, guidelines of what to do in order to get there.
Yeah, financial blueprint. We offer that as well. We have William Crowley, a.k.a. the Credit Magician, on the show, a longtime friend of the program as well. And in the credit space, identity theft prevention, recovery, that's something you want to take a look at as well. We've got some assets in that space that can also provide protection with that as well. But so you look at that, you look at the market. It's such a hot market right now. And what do you see happening? You got new loan programs coming out.
Yeah, and you were talking about all the people renting right now. One of the things we're seeing right now is the mortgages are being taken out by about 32% of the purchases right now are first-time home buyers. So it's up like over 20% from this time last year. So there's a lot of opportunities right now for first-time home buyers. A lot of people don't realize that they did a survey and they were saying that most non-homeowners, about 87% of non-homeowners believe that you have to put a minimum of 10% or more down,
right?
Which is not the case. I mean, you can go, I have programs as low as 1% down. You can do FHA, 3.5%. Conventional has some 3% loan down payment. So there's a lot of options out there, and more people will qualify than they realize.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, too. If you set a goal of having a home ownership, you're not going to have all the answers right away. You may not have the exact amount of down payment, but if you meet with Mario Larrea here, Home First Lending, you're going to say, hey, I've got a goal of home ownership. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 18 months out, but he's going to be able to say, okay, your credit's here. What we need to do is maybe add a trade line. So maybe we get you on some type of a revolving account, something you buy your gas, your groceries, you pay it off at the end of the month. I mean, he's going to be able to give you some great sound advice that's going to put you in a position to be a homeowner. And it's all about setting those goals. When you set that goal, you're not going to see all of the steps. You're going to see that first step. And then when you reach that first step, you're going to see the second step. And reach the second step, you're going to have that third step. So it's a process here, and we want you to think about that, because I hate to see you out there working hard. You're working very hard for your money, for the money that you make, and then you turn around and you're paying record rents to a landlord out there. I just hate to see it happen for you. You got to get into homeownership, build up equity, pay down the principal, and that difference is called wealth. That difference that you have versus what you paid off, you paid it down to $100,000. Now it's worth $250,000. That's $150,000 of liquid, maybe not so liquid, but it's home equity that you have, and it's such a great, valuable asset, Mario.
Yeah, definitely. And right now too, I was going to talk about a little bit of get into a little of the upcoming things that we see for mortgages. I mean, things are just loosening up. There's new products coming out. Conventional, Freddie Mac is getting ready to unroll a no credit score program, which we can do that now with FHA, but it's going to be real interesting to see what theirs looks like as well. Another thing Freddie Mac does right now is for self-employed borrowers. That's been something that is very, very difficult, and the government's put a lot of rules in on how we can view their income. Right now, if a business has been open over 5 years, we can go off of 1 year of tax returns rather than the normal 2. So if you had a bad year 2 years ago, but this year was good, you can get into a lot more home than what the norm was, where we would have to average out the 2 years.
What about bank statement loans? Are they back?
They are. I have quite a few lenders that do them. You have to be self-employed. It won't work for a W-2 borrower, but 24 months bank statements, we can take the average of those, and that's what we use as your income.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, hey, we're going to bring back our expert contributors in the studio here. We're going to bring them back into this conversation, roundtable discussion. We're also going to talk about the top 10 most watched series finales ever, TV show series here. We got that coming up. We're going to have some fun with you. Think about that. See if you can guess these as we're going through this top 10 list. Some really good shows here on the list as well, according to mentalfloss.com as well. And more from our expert contributors. And we want to give a big shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. 24-hour, 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. Also, Source One Solutions, the official security partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and home security for your home. business security for your office, Honeywell technology, backed by Source One Solutions. Robert Hessel and his team do a great job with the security side of our partnership here on the Quarterback Show. So stay with us. More from our expert contributors. Top 10 most watched TV series finales ever, and more from our expert contributors. We're going into our lightning round as well. Top tips, things to do, things to avoid. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm the host of the show. I'm also the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, helping sellers maximize the profits on the sale of their real estate properties, and also want to help you win in any marketplace here with the Quarterback Show. 80 partners here that are poised to help you with any type of information. You want more information, we'd love to hear from you. ConsumerQB.com. Just submit the form. ConsumerQB.com. Our hotline number again is 813-670-7372.
Welcome to my
813-670-REQB. All right, in studio today, we got Leo Kane. He's a manager, project manager with Beryl Engineering. Chuck Peterson, Executive Director, Suncoast Roofing, as well as Mario Larrea. He's a mortgage specialist with Home First Lending. We're going to have a little fun now. We're going to jump into our top 10 list. All right, so we do these fun top 10s. And all right, so we're going to start right here with Leo. Top 10 most watched television series finales of all time, according to mentalfloss.com. What do you got?
I'm going to go with The Fugitive.
The Fugitive is on the list at number 3. So Leo got number 3 here. So The Fugitive is on the list. It says 1967, 78 million people turned in to watch part 2 finale, which would happen to see what would happen to Richard Kimball. So you get the
You got it.
all right, Chuck.
I'm going with American Idol.
American Idol. Wow, that one is not on the list here.
Really?
So, that one's not on the list. I was just watching that. The amount of records and albums that they sold through that, I mean, unbelievable. I forgot the numbers, but it's staggering.
It was a massive amount of people watch that show. So.
And maybe because they're coming back or something, I saw that they might.
Yeah, they are starting on ABC, they said.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe, they're not counting anymore.
I left the easy one for you. I thought you were going to go with the.
All right, Mario, you're up. Top 10 most watched television series finales of all time.
Friends,
let's see. Yes, you are on the list here. Friends, 2004, 52.5 million viewers. What happened with Rachel and Ross, Monica and Chandler? All right, so you got that one. All right, Leo.
What number was that one?
That was number 5.
Yeah, let's go with Roots.
Mario. Okay, so Leo says Roots. I do not see that one on the list. I gotta buzz you. Just missed the list. Anthony chimed in.
How about MASH?
MASH, number 1 on the list.
Yeah, I had that one too.
Yeah,
number 1.
That was the easy one I left for you.
Well, I thought American Idol would be number 1 because it was such a big show, but.
Yeah, number 1 on the list. Can you guess how many viewers? 1983. This is staggering. 105.9 million viewers watched the Alan Aleda directed Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen episode of MASH. That was in 1983.
That's why, because now there's so many shows, you don't get the concentrated effort that you had back then.
Good point. Yeah,
that's why American Idol.
That's right.
Spread out so much. So I'm claiming first and second on that.
Mario, you get another guess here?
Cheers
is number 2 on the list. That absolutely. 1993, 80.4 million viewers. One for the Road featured the return of Diane. So yeah, that was a good show too. I remember that one. All right, so number 4 is a big one on the list. Still hasn't been said. Leo.
Let's see.
I thought this one was actually number 1.
I'm kind of tossed up between number 4 being Family Ties or Seinfeld.
Well, you got both. There's number 9 on the list is Family Ties. 1989, 36.3 million viewers tuned in to see if Alex would take his dream job in New York and leave the Keaton family. Oh, did he leave? I don't know. And then what did you say? The other one? Seinfeld, number 4. Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. I still watch the reruns. It's so funny. 1988, 76.3 million viewers, and at least half of those were sorely disappointed in what they saw. One critic deemed it to be so long, suckers. Farewell to the audience who made the show about nothing such a big hit. So, yeah, there's your top 10 list, movies or TV finales ever. And so I think, did we say Home Improvement? That was number 10.
Yeah,
number 10, number 9 was Family Ties, All in the Family. Number 8, Cosby Show, number 7, Magnum P.I. I remember old Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. number 6.
I wouldn't put that one on the list.
Friends, Seinfeld, The Fugitive, Cheers, and MASH.
Because all those were old shows.
Yeah.
Back to the no cable.
That's it.
Watched.
You had 3 choices, and if the president was on, you were screwed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You watch sports after that.
Yeah. Let's jump into our lightning round. Top tips, things to do, things to avoid, nuggets of advice. Leo, you're up first here.
Yeah, a roof will never look better once you go up on it than it does from the ground. If you think it looks bad from the ground, you should have it inspected. Even your attic. Any roof over 15 years old is a suspect.
Yeah, absolutely. Get up in there. How long has it been since you've been up there? Check it out, because you could be pouring money into your attic through some type of a mistake with the ductwork. Chuck Peterson.
Back to the roof side, the peel and stick on the roof. If you're getting a roof estimate, you need to absolutely ask about that, because it is absolutely the way to go on a roof. The peel and stick, it does get you the secondary water barrier, homeowner insurance discount, but it seals that roof for when that big wind comes and actually takes the shingles off. And someday it's coming.
Yeah, and if you're shopping for a roof right now, we want you reaching out to Suncoast Roofing here. Chuck Peterson, get a second opinion, let him come in and take a look at what you've got currently. And it's a big decision. It's a big ticket item for the home, probably one of the most big ticket items you have. All right, Mario Larrea, top tips, things to do, things to avoid.
If you've been turned down by a bank, give me a call. I would say about 80% of the people that call me that have been turned down, I can get done. If not right then, within a few months.
Yeah, that's great, because you've got a different setup. Let's elaborate a little bit on that. You're a broker, right?
Yeah. So what I compare it to is, for some reason, people get this more. I'm like similar to an insurance agent. So I have 60 different lenders I work with. So if there's a program available, I can do it. I can do stated loans on investment properties, no doc loans. For primary residence, 1 day out of bankruptcy, 1 day out of foreclosure. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can do that the majority of people wouldn't think could be done.
Yeah, that's great. Good to hear. Mario Larrea, Home First Lending here, expert contributor in the mortgage space. All right, we're going around the horn here. Hot lightning round, top tips, things to do, things to avoid. Leo, you're back.
If you're house hunting and you find that home that you really want because it's in the right neighborhood, but the seller won't budge on the price of fixing the roof, then call Mario and investigate the 203K or the home style loan.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do. And you look at the kitchen remodels, you look at the flooring. If it's got the old carpet, there's so many ways that you can go in and dress up that home and make it yours. Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, the carpeting a lot of time is horrible when you're buying it. I mean, you don't know what's happened there.
Yeah. There's only so much you can clean it.
Yeah.
So many years you can clean it. What? Just open this up to a roundtable discussion here, because people say love the hardwood. It's the trend. Hardwood flooring is beautiful. I'm a carpet guy in the bedrooms. I can get the wood floor in the high traffic area. I'm a carpet guy. I like to take my shoes off, roll around on the ground with the kids if I'm wrestling or something. Can't really do that as much on the hardwood. But what are the pros and cons there?
Well, if you have an area rug, you can do that with rolling around.
Oh, yeah, you got the area rug. But I've also heard the different stats is that when you get the carpet cleaned, Joey Harper's Carpet Cleaning, friend of the program for many years, he does carpet cleaning for us. You look at it, the carpet actually serves as a filter in the house. It's going to grab a lot of the impurities in the air, and then you clean it once a quarter, you're pulling out those impurities. Now, I know the flip side of that, people say, if you have the wood flooring, then it's going to be bouncing around in the house. Maybe I need to ask Paul that next time he comes out. Paul Bunch.
He'd be the man.
Or you have to just clean your floors more often.
Yeah.
The hard, I have big dogs, so we have tile throughout the house that looks like wood.
Yeah, I'm proud of that.
Yeah, so for us, I mean, and we also have a 3-year-old, so our carpets would be trashed if we did that.
Yeah, so it comes down to personal preference, I guess. Yeah. Chuck, you got a top tip, things to do, things to avoid?
I'm saying if you're looking for anything in the house on the remodeling, you need to check out who you have come talk to you. Are they licensed? Are they insured? You can check with the state. You can check with the counties. It's easy to follow up behind people, but make sure you're getting somebody who's reputable, who's not going to just come give you a number, come do the work and be gone, and you never see again.
Yeah,
it's so important because I'm sure Leo sees the same as we do. People call you and you're going to do work for somebody who they had to do some work a year ago, and this person is gone.
Yeah, they went out of business.
Yeah, didn't do it right.
Licensed, bonded, insured. I mean, there's all those things to check out. You want to ask them for those documents proving that. You want to call the Better Business Bureau. And nowadays too, back to the digital marketing thing, is you go to Google and see what people are writing about them. Sure. You look at there's other sites like Yelp. I don't like Yelp as much, but that's in California mainly too. But we also we have this digital marketing seminar. If you want to learn more about how you can enhance your business online and Google reviews, everything from how to enhance with Google to growing your business digitally, we want to invite you to this digital marketing seminar. It's a free business seminar. Accelerate your success on Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30 at the Hotel Zamora on lovely St. Pete Beach. Come down, enjoy a nice day. Maybe even come early and have lunch at the Castillo restaurant there at the Hotel Zamora. And we also have the rooftop happy hour. So if you can't get there till 6 o'clock, just come join us for the happy hour up top on the rooftop and enjoy some great networking. You'll meet a lot of the expert contributors for the Consumer Quarterback Show. And I want to thank Leo Kane, project engineer, Beryl Engineering, Chuck Peterson, executive director, Suncoast Roofing, and Mario Larrea, Home First Lending. I want to thank our expert contributors. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up food, leftover food you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute to work, handing it to that person that you see that's in need. And also go out there and volunteer, be a force for good in the community, and keep tuning in to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show right here on iHeartRadio. And please check out realestateradiotampa.com to buy or sell real estate and see all of his expert contributors. Thank you.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.